I've got to say something to you, right?
Oh, I know what it is.
No, you don't know what this is. I was just researching in my free time some classic 90s insults, and I read one and I nearly cried.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Loserville.
Population 1! Was it population U? But the thing is, right, that doesn't work. Do you know why? Because if you're saying welcome to Loserville, you're suggesting that you are also a citizen of Loserville because you're welcoming them. So you're actually saying that you're a loser.
Group hug.
Right, say something about your problems.
I have a headache.
Cancel my subscription. I'm over your issues.
Okay, no one ever said that.
Hi guys and welcome to the internet. This week Rosie and I are in really bad moods and we thought that would be really interesting.
Well, we don't ever show you as us in bad moods, so we thought we'd show it to you now.
I'm also hoping it's going to kind of work as therapy to get me out of my bad mood.
And then I thought we could throw some shade.
Right, let's get into the mood of throwing shade by throwing some shade at each other, because I feel like throwing shade comes easy to some, natural if you will, and harder to others.
So throwing shade is, you have to, like, if it was on tweet, it'd be a subtweet, so like you wouldn't quite know it was about you, but you, I guess if you're the culprit, I guess you know.
Okay, why don't you subtweet me right now, but not on Twitter?
Okay. Guess someone doesn't care about fulfilling someone's needs.
I was tired.
Guess I'll fulfill them myself.
So what happened?
No, I didn't.
I wish someone would let someone go first once in a while.
I wish someone wouldn't dive right in and make it happen and then complain about not going first.
I wish I could cancel my subscription to my own wife. Did you know that one was about you?
No.
Didn't think so.
It was about someone else.
Classic art of the subtweet. Subtlety.
Have you ever subtweeted anyone? Because I've done it a lot.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've never done it. But if I had a subtweet to tweet right now in this moment in time, it would be this. Don't just not talk to me for months and then expect a collab.
Shade! Oh, I'll tell you what, someone threw some massive shade about me, YouTubers.
Really?
Yeah, and I remember I was in the hairdressers and I was reading this line of tweets, right? It was someone I've never met, never spoken to, don't know, right? And I was like, that's about me! And I was literally like, oh my god! And I texted all our friends, like, screenshotted, like, that's about me? That's about me? I was like, oh my god! I was in the hairdressers, like, that's about it! That's about it! But yeah, absolute shade thrown, and like, literally, their point of view was like,
talk to the elbow because you're not worth the extension.
oh, that's a great one!
I think that was my own.
No, it's
no,
not.
I'm pretty sure that was my own.
No,
I think
it's
I
not
made
your
that.
own.
No, I'm pretty
Everybody
sure.
knows it.
I'm pretty sure I
Rose,
made that up. No,
you're,
I'm
do you know what
claiming
you're like?
it.
You're
I
like
am
the
claiming
person.
it.
Listen,
What?
you're like the person in school who claimed they invented gel pens.
I did invent gel pens.
Oh my god. Loser, loser, double loser, as if, whatever. Get the picture. Sucker.
I think I was probably a loser.
Do you?
Well, yeah, probably.
Really?
Well, I don't know. What do you think?
No.
I didn't have a lot of friends in school, but I wasn't unpopular by any means.
I think out of all the losers, I don't think you were like...
Oh no, I wasn't like a loser. I mean, it depends, like, what defines a loser. I mean, I personally stuck up for all my values, aka I didn't do drugs, and I didn't excessively drink, and I didn't, like, sleep around. Not that there's anything wrong with all of those things, it's just not me, and I stuck by that.
You weren't peer pressured.
And when my friends / cohorts decided to do all that, I used to, like, watch out when they were smoking and doing the drugs. That was my role. But do you know what? Technically, that was quite loserish, because I didn't want to be there. And it was only until year 11 I thought, you know what? Cancel my subscription, I'm over your issues. Then I found some academic friends. Sing.
I've got an example of some shade as well. That could be thrown, but this is like age old, so it's not juicy.
Is it something I shade? Did we ever shade each other on? Oh, I did once actually.
Yeah, you did.
I used to shade you on Tumblr. Oh no, remember when you shaded me on Tumblr real bad in 2012 when I read your diary and you kept posting
diaries?
I only read your diary, never to get over it.
One time, I was talking to a YouTuber and they were bitching about another YouTuber so hard. Like they
went... To your face?
To me, yeah, to me. I didn't say anything. Actually, I think I kind of agreed, but the thing is... but let me tell you something.
That's very different from what you just said.
Yeah, no, do you know what? I think I agreed. But the thing is, I've been very public about not liking this person. So it's like, fine. Yeah. Like, it's not two-faced if you're like, yeah, I don't like you.
She followed me the other day, not you.
No, this is not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And they bitched and bitched and bitched about this person, right? And I was like, okay. And they were like, I hate this person. I hate them. And I was like, okay. Like, chill, whatever. And then liked and commented on all the photos and started tweeting them publicly. And so I couldn't believe it. After literally, it was the day after, like the morning after.
It's
like,
true.
And so then I tweeted something like, which is probably still there. It was
subtweet.
This is like 2013. I was like, wow, what a bitch, like literally bitching about someone and then like kissing their ass publicly. And that person texted me like, were you throwing shade? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, what's it about me? And I was like, you know it was about you, you're texting me.
And then they said, I'm crying
And then they went, well, I'm crying right now. And I was like, well, don't bitch me about someone and then follow them on Instagram, comment on all the photos, tweet them, oh. And I was like, you're just a bitch. Like, I don't, and it was warning bells for me. I don't like people who do that. See, this is the way I stand. Like, there are some people in the world I don't like, naturally. Like, no one likes everyone in the world, not you. It used to be Jennifer Aniston, but I've gotten over it. But then don't be like, oh, I'll add you on Instagram and tell you how fit you are if I literally spent an hour last night, like, saying I hated you. That's just bitchy.
I've got a few things to say. I
Go on.
really hate YouTubers that start a channel that just react to other YouTubers and just put them down constantly and say how shit they are.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want to start a YouTube channel, why don't you try being creative rather than shit all over the people that are actually giving it a go? Why don't you just shut your fucking face hole? A lot of things online are really like starting to grind my G's at the moment. You know, you being one of them, you're in every video, but that's fine. I've made my peace.
Today's the kind of day that I could go to Asda and everyone in the car doesn't let us out. Yeah, and everyone's annoying, and like we're trying to back into a car parking space and people are just staring.
Yeah,
it's just annoying.
no, I feel that. So today, also in my free time, I thought I would play on the anagram generator.
Okay.
And while I was there on the internet, I just put in some random names.
Okay.
But I started with Amy Oldman.
Okay.
A Randy Mum. And then I put in Shannon Beveridge, and engraved shin bone came up.
Oh my god, she should get a tattoo on her shin bone.
Why?
Because then she's got an engraved
So
shin bone.
you'd say that she'd just get her name on her engraved shin bone, right?
Yeah.
To Shannon Beveridge, and people would be like, "Oh, what's the meaning of that tattoo? Isn't that just your name?" And she could be like, "Yeah, but it's on a place where it's also the anagram of my name." Would you ever drink a stranger's breast milk for clickbait?
It depends what that stranger ate, if they ate a healthy diet. Like if that
Would
stranger...
you not drink it because it's dairy?
No, I would... If they don't
Is it
drink...
dairy?
It's not dairy. Dairy comes from a cow.
No, dairy's milk.
No, dairy comes from a cow.
Okay. I need to do a poll right here, right now. Is breast milk dairy?
No, it's not. If they drink dairy, then it makes it got dairy in
But
it.
dairy is every kind of milk.
No, it's not.
You don't even know. You don't drink it. How would
It's
you know?
not, because this is a common mistake, right? Loads of people think eggs are dairy. They're not. Eggs come from chickens. Dairy
not
comes
talking
from
about eggs.
I did food technology and it was the only thing I learned.
High five.
Damn it. Oh, I was going to go in too slow, but I was too slow. What else going to choose?
When people call it food technology.
That's what it's called, food tech.
Oh, really? What's the technical aspect of food?
The cooking.
Oh, yeah.
What was your technology?
I did DT.
I did DT as well.
What did that stand for?
Design and technology.
Oh, right. I can't remember what I made. Oh, yes, I do. It was the Chrysler building in the form of a desk light. I got an A star for it. My dad made it.
Shall I cause some drama?
No.
Shall I be like, when you say you're going to be the sperm donor and then you pull out at the last minute? Literally.
How many steps have you done today?
More than you, I think.
How many?
4,120.
How have you done 1,000?
It's not very good.
You got up an hour later than me.
It's not very good, actually, because I normally do 5,000 by 12.
Have you scratched your Fitbit, though?
You know the answer. When someone asks you if you scratch your Fitbit when they already know the answer.
When someone claims to be even more active than their partner and then their Fitbit justifies their claim. When someone says they're not dating anyone else and then you arrive at their apartment and then he's there.
I didn't say I wasn't
He
dating.
answered the door.
I know, it's really annoying. I thought about that the other day and I thought he did that on purpose.
Why did he answer your door?
I don't know. Did he answer your door?
You were in the bedroom and then you said to me you were just giving him the tour. I bet you were giving him the tour.
When someone says it's okay if you just see other people, and so you see other people, and then they're annoying about it for the rest of your marriage.
When you tell someone you don't want to sleep with them anymore, hoping that they'll get the hint and want you more, and fight for you, and then they don't.
When someone says they don't want to sleep with you anymore, and you respect their decision, and they're angry that you take their desires seriously.
Do you know what's really funny?
Oh, my fart smells.
Alright guys, that's it from Rosie and I. We are officially out of our bad moods.
Yeah, I'm actually out of my bad mood.
Me too. Do you know what we should do to celebrate?
What?
Go to the home section of Asda and splurge a £5.
Oh my god, no, not even 5. Be like $2.98.
Oh shit, that's
Get
good.
a tiny plant
That
pot.
is good. Alright guys, we'll see you this time next week. Take care of yourself. Bye!
Bye! Would you let me fart in your mouth for £1 million?